Are you a computer science grad? You either graduated and you're struggling to land your first role out of college, or you are getting ready to graduate and you're stressing out about how you're going to land your first role after you graduate because you're hearing the market's so brutal. There's no sales pitch here. My name is Rich, Tech Careers, and I want to just do something to help out. Our company actually specializes in helping people transition over to forward deployed engineering. The people that are coming out fresh from school is not really our target customer demographic, but we're in a position to kind of impart some, I would say, insight. I wouldn't even go so far as to say knowledge, but I wanted to go out there and prove to you. The first thing you can do is go to Y Combinator, and you have like this role, founding forward deployed engineer. There is another role here where it's a founding engineer, and it also says new grads okay. And I will just go ahead and tell you what forward deployed engineering is, and I will be as I would say sincere as possible. If you don't know what forward deployed engineering is, it's a role that's gone up 700% in just the last year. It is a combination between a salesperson that can sell and present the value of a product to either customers at an enterprise level, to other startups, or even generally speaking to like small business owners. And they will not only present that value, they will also go ahead and build, implement, ship, gather feedback, iterate, and then build again. The software engineering role, I would say the function of it is not dead. That is a very horrible thing to say, and I don't want anybody to think that. The skills and how that craft is being applied has changed a lot. They don't need engineers to be in some office or working remotely from their home, working on code and just building stuff. AI has really expedited that. So what we need for engineers to go out there and do is actually to go out there and interact with customers. I understand for some engineers, I don't want to stereotype because we have the data on this. This might not be what they want to do, or this might not be their natural strength, but I can only tell you what's going on in the market based upon what the market wants. And like any other tech company, you have to think of yourself as a commodity where if the market tastes have shifted, you also have to go ahead and basically shift with it. There's been a 700% increase. And I have enough charts here. Everything that you need, I've already compiled on this FDE playbook for y'all, from game plan on how to get the job, what is forward deployed engineering, how to go ahead and do your resume. All you got to go ahead and do is at the top of the YouTube channel, just go ahead. If you guys want to learn more about our program, you guys can schedule a call with us. To be totally upfront, it is a paid program. If you guys just want some resources to do this on your own, just hit me up on LinkedIn or join our free online WAP community. I'm here to just let you guys know. The role itself of software engineering has gone on to forward deployed engineer, and the best places to go out there and get it is probably going to be, one of the best places I think is Y Combinator. There is a lot of clutter on LinkedIn, even for senior level candidates. So go out there and compete in a place that's a little bit more blue ocean, because that's pretty red ocean for you guys, competing against people with experience, right? There are the founders that are listed here, as you can always go ahead and see. And the person that's always a little bit more on the marketing side, they're already on X. And what you should go ahead and do is the following. We've compiled this little playbook where it basically says, Y Combinator hack into landing a forward deployed engineering job in 30 days. The first thing you want to do is go to Y Combinator website, and you want to source the forward deployed engineering role. Underneath that, you will have other similar roles that are here. You can also create an account. Apply to the founding forward deployed engineering position with a direct message. If you want to just go out there and leave your resume, which sincerely, everybody's resume looks the same right now. I'm not trying to say that your resume is bad or your resume probably could be better if it was in our program. But when you're getting hit up by the same document that looks the same as like 9,000 other people, it just gets boring. Differentiate yourself. Send a LinkedIn message. Send an X message. Source up 25 to 30 roles on Y Combinator first. Okay. And add to spreadsheet to batch apply. And the reason for that is you want to go out there and get out volume and volume and volume, 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 volume. I see people, they do a bunch of research on one role, they apply, then they get out like 3 or 4 a day. You got to get to the point where you guys can get up to like 100 a day, and you kind of want to do that because don't you want the most options? You want to be booked so solid on interviews that you can just choose whichever company that you guys want. Connect with all the founders on LinkedIn and X. This is also why I'm going to give you guys like an additional hot tip here. Start an X account. I don't want people to think like dramatic, because whenever I give advice, people think like, oh, so should I not be? You got to do both. You got to do LinkedIn and X. I'm not saying give up on LinkedIn. I'm saying that you got to also go ahead and do additional stuff, because clearly that one avenue is only getting you so far, right? Repost and reshare. Okay. The founders posts, founders LinkedIn, and X posts. Comment, if you can. If you got something smart to say it. Or you can just say something like, wow, can't wait, that's awesome, right? Okay, record a YouTube portfolio project as a value add. And you could do a few things, Few sample YouTube portfolio projects include a product awareness video. Have you heard of this product before? Why are they in this space? A product demo video, if it's actually something that you can create a free subscription on and get access to it and actually use it. Create a training video of how to go ahead and use it. Offer to implement that for some businesses. All they got to do is pay for the credits, and then you go out there and help them build it out for their own business. Anything that shows that you have more product familiarity than other people. Oh, yes, I love the fact that this thing just got it all bulleted out. And it hosts a live training webinar about it, right? Companies, like, the most important thing any company is going to go ahead and assess you on as a forward deployed engineer, whether you have experience or not, is actually seeing some visual proof in real time of how you actually deal with people in real time. Okay. Like this lady here, this has been a very common practice for us. She landed multiple offers in our program by hosting hackathons. And, within 4 days, people were able to do things that they weren't able to do so before. So when a company is actually asking, do you know how to do this? Or how do you communicate with people? How do you deal with difficult people? What's your experience putting together training and process documentation, right? You could say some shit, but because you don't have experience, it's hard for you to back it up with proof. So what you lack in experience, what you can do is like, okay, I can show you this little Notion document that I put together for other people, and other people are actually using it. I hosted a Lovable workshop, and in 4 days' time, we actually got people building on Lovable, right? That's me actually hosting it. And then they were actually able to ship something, and before, they actually didn't even know this. Great. That shows me you can go 0 to 1, and that also shows me you don't have a problem building in public. That also shows me how it is that you communicate, how it is that you conduct yourself. Like, I'm also visualizing how would you operate with my team. I'm also thinking about how it is that we have a few clients right now that are on our roster that you'd probably be taking over. How would you deal with them? We're in the talks of closing a few big accounts. How would you go out there and deal with this one guy named Jake over there at XYZ company, right? They're thinking about all those different things. I have a few bonus tips here that don't may or may not apply to you guys, but overall, hopefully, keep following our series here. If you're interested in our program, definitely go ahead and actually reach out. But in this day and age, companies hire people based upon their soft skills and how they deal with people. If you understand how to work with people effectively, that is what they want to hire for. And the best thing to do is give them more visual proof of that. Okay? Catch y'all in the next video. Talk to you very, very soon.